It's another beautiful Sunday evening here on the Alkamba Time studio. And wherever you are joining us from, this is another episode of Women in STEM that is proudly brought to you by, of course, the Alkamba Times. And I am your usual host, our content. Now, today's conversation is a special one because when we talk about STEM, we often focus on local impact, but Gambian women are showing up, they are standing out, and they are excelling in global spaces as well. They are sitting in international classrooms, they are working on advanced engineering systems. They are representing the Gambia with excellence. So today we are telling one of those stories. Our theme is women excelling in engineering spaces, and my guest is an electrical and electronics engineer. She is a global STEM scholar, and she is a young Gambian that is proving that talent does not know any borders. She is isolated Uganda before, so without wasting much time, let's just welcome today's guest. Thank you so much, Isatu, for joining us today. I am excited to have you on Women in STEM. Isatu, you are live on Women in STEM. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to have you here on this episode of Women in STEM.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Awa.
salam. Hi.
Uh, Good evening, viewers. Wherever you may be, this is Miss Aisatu Duganda. I am an electrical and electronics engineering student, specialized with a background in technical and vocational education. I have passion in the engineering, industrial, and Bangladesh, where I did my PhD program. And here I am, um, prepared to proceed with work life at the BB Electrical and Company, Construction Company Limited. Yes, here I am, Miss Awa. Thank you
Thank you.
for
Thank
having
you
me
for
today.
that. Okay, thank you so much. Although we were struggling to hear you a little bit because I think you were struggling with internet, we did not hear most of the things. But I'm sure as we get along in the show, we are going to hear most of the things that you said already. When especially because I am starting with that as itself. So usually this is what I start with. Who is Isatu beyond all of these engineering titles? So okay, you are an electrical and electronics engineer, but I'm sure the viewers are curious. Well, I am curious. Who is Isaac Dugana beyond all of these? How would you introduce yourself beyond all of this electrical, I mean engineering titles?
Pardon me, Awa. The network is
Yes.
breaking. I can't get the full details. You said,
Did you say sorry, you
I
did
hope
not
you
get
are
the
getting
question?
me.
Did you say you did not get the question? Hello, Isatu? Hello.
It's breaking again. I the network with me. Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes. Now I can get it.
Yes, my question was, we are going to start from the beginning. I always like to ask to start with this question because I'm sure the viewers are curious. I am curious about who Aissatou Duganda is. Beyond the engineering title and everything, who is Aissatou beyond all of that?
I also um it's an, it's an influencer person when it comes
Mhm.
to leadership and academic life.
Mhm.
I started beyond engineering. I like to socialize. Like I'm a
Mhm.
normal person to anyone. Okay.
So you're,
I
you're
started beyond
definitely normal.
like normal Gambian, normal Gambian lady. I am. I joke around with
Okay.
kids. Okay. I play about. That is me.
Hmm.
And I love to have fun with friends. I love to socialize, actually. This is as to beyond engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this question because um it kind of reminds us that before the degrees, before the achievements, before all of these accolades, there is a human story. There's like a human being behind all of these things. So I like to start with that and kind of break the ice. But yeah, so now I'm going to just go straight to my next question. I want you to walk us through your journey, where everything began. I used to do as a schoolgirl, and walk us through all of that and until up to where you are right now.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why the network is doing this to me, but okay. You wanted me to explain like how I come about with my journey to the field of
Exactly.
engineering, you mean?
Yes, please.
Yes. I suppose I started my academic journey here in my native home in New Jersey
Mhm.
from primary to from primary school. Then I attended Baka Upper Basic School where I did
Mhm.
my junior school.
Mhm.
From Baka Upper Basic School, I proceeded to Nusrat High School as a science
Mhm.
student. The year 2013 to 2016, I completed Nusrat High School. From Nusrat High School, it took me 1 year before I further my schooling because I was trying
Okay.
to, yes, I was trying to, I applied school in Malaysia to pursue petroleum engineering,
Mhm.
but that decided for me, it couldn't work for me
Mhm.
due to change of name and other circumstances that surrounds the issue. So I couldn't go
Okay.
for my petroleum engineering course. Then I was in the struggle to have financial support since I'm from a less privileged family
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
have that money to be able to proceed with my academic because that's what I always ought to do for. So I took 1 year. That 1 year, I was busy working
Okay.
at a supermarket where I worked there as a part-time worker. I worked
Mhm.
there for almost 1 year to be able to gather some cash because it was
Mhm.
difficult for me at the moment to secure money to pay for my tuition fee. Then that's where I gather some cash. Every month I will gather and gather. Even if I give it to my parents, they will be like, "No, take it because you wanted to invest in somewhere important that we know that you really want to." So they also encouraged me along the process, and from
Mhm.
there I was able to pay half of my tuition fee at the Gambia Technical Training Institute (GTTI),
Mhm. Mhm.
where I attended back in 2018 to 2022. I was in Gambia Technical Training Institute. I started from the certificate one to national diploma program.
Mhm.
So from there, during the process, I wrote to ports. So they stood for me. They helped me in funding my tuition fee to proceed with my engineering program. So they
Okay.
completed the tuition for me from the certificate level where I started to the diploma program. Then
Mhm.
to the national diploma program, I started again lobbying for fund, and
Mhm.
eventually it wasn't possible for me, so I have to take a loan from a
Mhm.
company. I was working there as an intern before being employed. So I took a loan and I decided to pay for that national diploma program because I was appointed a very month that by then I already secured admission. So by right, I am not eligible to have any of the benefits that may uh, be required as an employee there. So I was
Okay.
helped by my boss. So through that, I was able to fund for that national diploma program for 1 year. From there, I got lucky to get this form from a friend of mine in Bangladesh
Mm-hmm.
in the Islamic University of Technology,
Mm-hmm.
where I applied it's a scholarship, OIC scholarship. Then I
Okay.
applied, and lucky for me, I got admission there. So when
Wow.
I got admission, yes, when I got admission to pursue with my BSCT program, that is Bachelor's of Science in Technical and Vocational Education,
Mm-hmm.
specialized in triple E, electrical and electronics engineering. So technical and vocational is my background. So here I completed now my BSCT program as a first class
Mm-hmm.
engineering student. It it was not easy at all anyway. The journey was so rough. But before going, in fact, it was challenging because I tried to secure air ticket because the scholarship doesn't include air ticket and stipend and the like.
Okay.
So I was in that with regards to air tickets. Luckily for me, I in fact gave up at the last minute because I was in fact accompanying my friends to go and then look for support from Mohas for
Mm-hmm.
them to buy air for us to go to Bangladesh and study.
Okay.
But to no avail, there is no phone. That was the thing. So I later told my colleagues that to me, maybe I might not go. I'm not sure of my going to pursue this program of studies because you know how it is. So everybody started lobbying, trying to find a way out to secure a backup plan for themselves from their relatives to get that fund to buy air tickets and then go to Bangladesh and study. So I was like, it will be difficult for me. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do now. So luckily, before that, Wisdom was launched in GTTI, and I was there during the launching. Though I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
that close to the president herself, um, Mrs. Kodujek. I call her my mommy.
Mm-hmm.
So when
She's everyone's mommy. So okay, it looks like we've lost Isa through there. I'm sure she is struggling with internet connection, but she has been sharing her story, and it kind of got me a little bit emotional. But I think we got her back. So
yes, so when Wisdom was launched in GTTI, I was there. We were not in fact familiar to each other. Still, I haven't seen her afterwards. Okay,
okay.
I I have special visit for that. So when we said was lunch, when we said was lunch, and then the idea was like, yes, this is so inspiring for women to be part of this initiative, and then it will go a long way to add values in the lives of women who are in the field of engineering, because we all know how it is when it comes to these gender issues with the
Yeah.
stereotype about engineering, yes, with women. So there we were requested to write down our numbers, our contact details, and then the WhatsApp group was created for the GTI chapter. So I was part of it. So when I was part of this initiative, indeed it helps me a lot because this is how the help comes through me that I was able to complete my BSCT program through the help
Mm-hmm.
of Wisdom. I must say a big thank you to Wisdom for this support. Because if not, people like me, I don't know when again we will acquire our BSCT program that we have been dreaming for long.
Mm-hmm.
I got her contact through that WhatsApp group and then engage her into chat and then explain the issue to her. And luckily for me, she stood for me and then helped me out to secure an air ticket. And I must say, a big thank you to her for securing the air ticket for me through Q Group Foundation, through
Mm-hmm.
Madam Jia. And I was lucky. The very day, in fact, that I wrote a letter to them to help me out with the air ticket, that was the very day that I was, in fact, called to go and then decide any day that I wanted to leave to from Gambia to Bangladesh to go and start my studies. I reached in Bangladesh. There was 2 weeks to exams. That was mid exams. It was indeed another thing of its own.
I can
So
imagine. I can imagine that.
yes, you know how African Asian education system is like. It's not easy. You have to memorize some of the things and come to see it's about engineering program. I have missed most of the lessons that you have been teaching along whilst I was not
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And then people were like, colleagues who senior were like, it's difficult, but we know that you people can make it, but it's not easy, to be honest. So they were saying all those. I was like, I'm going to do it, and I know I'll be able to do it. At first, I was panic. I was like, I will defer my course, but later I have to convince myself that yes, I can do this course. So like that, uh, when uh, when we started the exam, Alhamdulillah, we all passed with flying colors, and now here I graduated first class. I couldn't in fact believe it that I will in fact make it to this stage of my coming out with a flying color like this. It wasn't easy at all. Anyway, journey has been rough along the way, but alhamdulillah, we make it through. This is my sister,
Alhamdulillah.
and then
I think this is very inspiring. This is quite inspiring. And people like me can relate because already it's a challenge to go to, another country different from yours, especially when this is your first time leaving your country and, going to another country to study. And then you shared with us how you struggled, how after from grade 12 you had to go look for work because you were not able to pursue your higher education in Gambia. You had to go through all of that, and it got me emotional because a lot of the times people think that w- once you have good results, it does not really matter. Sometimes you have good results from your was going from high school, but the problem is that we not all of us are fortunate enough to have those to have that funds like to go to higher education, to go to UTG or Iowa. Now we have a lot of higher education institutions in Gambia. So it's not always easy. It's sometimes really rocky. And then you also shared how you went to Bangladesh, missing some of your classes. I had that same thing happen to me because when I came to Morocco, it was in the middle of the semester. So you just come and find yourself going into that semester, basically in the middle of the semester, just towards the exams. It's crazy. I definitely can relate to that, and I think you are very strong, coming out of it on the other side with a first class degree. It's inspiring.
yeah, it's actually not easy, and not everybody's privileged when it comes to uh, academic life. Some people have their path so smooth, easy with
Mhm.
them getting the phones and the like. So people like us, we have to miss a lot, and we have to struggle along the way to get to where we are today. And I must be very grateful for that because it molded me to be somebody better, to think beyond expected, and of course
Mhm.
to fasten my belt very to be able to break those records that I
Mhm.
have for my very own family and India at large, I may say,
Mhm.
because through that I was able to come up with the idea with my teammates for us to develop something that is going to be beneficial to the the whole universe at large, I must say, because
Mhm.
things like building this project called the Smart Infant Baby Incubator was
Mhm.
something else that inspired me to saving the lives of babies. And I guess you may have seen that post about it.
Yeah, I think in fact
We
we'll get to that. I don't want to I don't want to cut you off right there, but I feel like we will get to it. I don't want you to. spoil that moment for our viewers. So I want you to, if you will, um, let us get to that when we get to it, because I have a lot of questions about it. I'm sure that the viewers would love to know a lot about it. So I don't want you to just brush it at the surface of it. I want to get all the juice when it comes to that. So I'll just go to my next question. And then we'll get to that project. It's very interesting. I think I saw something about it sometime back, but yeah, first we want to know what drew you to this field. You just told us that you just finished your program in electric in Bangladesh from the Islamic University of Technology in Bangladesh. So what drew you to this field in the first place? As a woman, we know engineering is always, something. Okay, when you say engineering, people think guys. Okay, this is for guys. But what drew you to this field?
Uh, um, I am having this difficulty of getting some of the points. It's breaking. If you may please
Are you still struggling
repeat
to
what.
hear me?
Yes, yes. At times it breaks, so I cannot get some of the words. I don't know
Okay.
whether you are getting me that much.
I can hear you very very clearly. I think I'm not sure what is happening, but what I was asking is what drew you to the field that you just told us that you finished your program in from the Islamic University of Technology in Bangladesh. I was asking what drew you to this field in the first place.
Pardon me. I don't know, but this is interrupting. I don't know. You said what it feels to.
What drew you to the engineering field in the first place?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yes, you said.
I said, what drew you to this field, to engineering?
You said what do I?
Okay, I'm not sure what is happening, but this is a problem. My question is, what drew you to the engineering field in the first place?
In the engineering field, you mean what do I do in the engineering field, right?
No, what made you choose that field?
Oh, okay. What made me choose the field?
Yes, please.
Engineering has been like that I ever wanted. I have passion for the field. I got inspired by my very own father,
Okay.
who was then an auto mechanic engineer,
Mm-hmm.
like we normally call it a fitter. So normally when he's doing his work, I used to be there playing around, checking what he does with cars and the like. Because normally people will come bring their cars when their car has mechanical issues and the like, and then he will be handling it, solving their problems for them. And
Okay.
through that, I got inspired, and I love hand-on practicals more than theoretical aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So there, I got inspired. At times when he's working on his cars, I'll be going around there, but how how it feels with old people, that the mentality that they have regards to those fields. They were like, no, jam ñu manqué mus do godi. Like
This is not for
Badinga.
women.
He will say that go to the kitchen. I'll be like, no, I'm not
I
going to the
know.
kitchen. I want to know this. Yes. At some point I felt bad. Why is it that I in fact didn't go and then end up being a mechanic instead of going for the electrical and electronics engineering field? Yes. So here I got my inspiration from,
Mm-hmm.
and then I decided to follow the step of my elder sister as well. She also did electrical and electronics engineering at GTTI, and
Okay.
then we did in fact the same field. I must say yes. So gradually, I do follow her with it, when it comes to the program that they normally have in the school. That is electronics. They
Mm.
they organize exhibition these exhibitions inspires me a lot. So when I go to exhibition, I am mostly invited to attend the exhibition in GTTI. So there I learned a lot about project building, coming up with innovative ideas. So they display a lot of projects, especially lighting systems, which I like most. So
Okay.
I'll be there. Yes, I'll be there learning from her with her colleagues. Those they will be building projects, displaying them, and then people will come and then ask them questions with regards to the project, especially the project of street lights and the like. So they'll bring in ideas that are needed for the country when it comes to development. So ideas like the street lights, that's how I understand the concept behind it and know that it doesn't only apply to the street lights. You can use those applications on different applications like fanning, the house electrifications and the like. So
Mm-hmm.
this is how I learned through following her footsteps as a mentor, a mentee to me. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the idea about me coming up with this engineering passion, falling for engineering field. Yes, and then I completed the senior school when I also went to GTTI. I have good lecturers there who they know who you know that they have practical skills with them. They can teach you anything that you wanted to know about the field of electrical and electronics. And I do go beyond that. In fact, I will follow some of them who are in the ref and air core and the like just to see some of the practical means that they do, that they teach in class, and of course, bring the ideas into reality. And this has
Mm-hmm.
added value in especially the GTI Skills Day that was organized by the Digital Students Union, which I am a co-opted member to. So that initiative also has molded me more when it comes to laying hands on particles and having love for the engineering field.
Mm-hmm.
Digital Skills Day was organized in 2019. By then, I was the vice president of the Electronics Club in GTTI.
Okay.
So there, yes, there we developed so many projects. I guess the media has um, shown some of the projects that have been built by GTTI students in 2019. Have
Okay.
those in the the automotive section, those who build the electric cars. Us, the electronics, we build the street lights, remote control lights. We also
Mm-hmm.
developed that, and many other projects that have been made that are so innovative and then can be used to solve global problems. So here I got more ideas in project building, and then I love doing practical work when it comes to engineering aspects. I don't like theoretical part of it that much because I always be the theory side. I love to do lay hands on particles, to invent things, to do things, bring in things real in real form. Yes, that can be
Okay.
used for imagination. Yes, this is how I
Interesting.
get to. Yeah.
It's interesting, and listening to how how you would get how you got that inspiration from your dad, him being a mechanic, and how you did not stop when he was like, okay, this is not for girls, this is for boys. I like that because um you know today there's a lot of today it's improving, in fact, because we've seen girls get into a lot of some of these fields, but there has been a lot of stereotype. Girls have been told that you cannot do this, or this is for guys. But the fact that that did not stop you, I think a lot of people can relate to that. And some young ladies might be watching you thinking, okay, I was told that this is not for me, so I am going to leave it. But I hope that they see from you that that does not really have to stop you. When you're told that this is for guys, in fact, that should motivate you more to do it, because if you have a passion for something, that is really all that matters. and I'm glad that you went for it. So how is it like transitioning, from the Gambia to an international engineering environment during your studies?
I don't know why it's breaking.
I said, how was it like transitioning from the Gambia to an international engineering environment?
You said, how is it like?
How was it like transitioning from the Gambia to an international engineering environment? I said, did you hear me?
It is breaking. I can get some of
Hello,
the
can you
words
hear
and I'm
me?
not getting all.
Can you hear me now? Hello,
But
can you
yes.
hear me?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. I hear you very clearly, but not sure why you cannot hear me.
Yes, it's breaking. I can get some of the words. I'm not getting others clearly.
Are you using any device? Are you using a headset or an earpod?
You say
Are you using any device like a headset or an earpod or anything that you're using for the audio? Hello,
pardon me?
can you hear me? Hello,
Yes, hello?
are you able to hear me now?
Yes, it's breaking.
My question was, how was it like transitioning from the Gambia, to an international engineering environment?
You say what is feel like?
At this point,
Hello?
I'm not sure what the problem is. Viewers, if you can hear me, if you would kindly let me know if you can hear me, because I would like to establish if the problem is from my end or hers. So if you're watching and you can hear me, you can kindly state that in the comment section so I know that um, the audio problem is not from my end. Viewers, if you can hear me, um, because I want to believe that the problem is coming from Isato's end, but I would like to confirm that, please. Okay, looks like we've lost her.
Hello?
Yes,
Sister,
hello,
you didn't
Isato.
kill um, are you
Can
getting
you
me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
The network is breaking. I cannot get some of the words that you are saying.
But I can hear you very clearly. That is.
Yes, from my end, I cannot get you that much clear, but I can get some of the words that you are saying.
Is it still a problem?
Hmm?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, my question was, how was it like transitioning from the Gambia to an international engineering environment?
If I can trying to feel like transitioning from here to where the engineering.
How was it like transitioning from the Gambia to an international engineering environment?
Yeah, it's quite challenging because the experience from the Gambia and that of outside is different.
Mm-hmm.
International international wise, you can see that when it comes to the aspect of technology, it is advanced than here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get to expose to new ideas that you have
Oh,
to um, equip yourself with. I'm sorry for that. My internet is interrupting. Um, as I was saying, the environment is quite different when it comes to international wise. The technology itself is advanced that you can mold yourself into different ideas when it comes to the area of advancing the engineering field itself. You can see international wise, let me say in the Islamic University of Technology. There you can have the chance to expose yourself into different innovative ideas. After class, you can have extra classes that you can engage yourself in to develop yourself more because there are materials available that you can use to equip your.
looks like we've lost Isatu again, and this has been reoccurring several times on this episode, and it's kind of a little bit frustrating. But let's just hope that she joins us again. Okay,
Yeah, the internet is interrupting me. I'm sorry for that. I'm trying to
that's
correct
okay.
that. Yes, at the international level, you will see that there are a lot of advancement when it comes to equipping yourself and developing yourself more
Mm-hmm.
in the field of engineering. You get exposed to new ideas, new innovative uh, ideas that are outside that you can bring up here in the Gambia and then try to make changes in the area of engineering. So the
Okay.
technological uh, is yes is quite different from here, and you can see that you can get more exposed outside than here. There you can have the chance of engaging yourself into different practical means, but it's challenging because you have to have your academic aside and then have that practical aspect of it aside. Like myself, the experience I had in Bangladesh in the
Mm-hmm.
Islamic University of Technology, you have your academic class most that is going on, but again like weekends, instead of you trying to rest and then have your assignments that will be due 11:59, when that time passes you miss. So the weekends you have to capitalize just to advance yourself, equip yourself more, because you cannot focus on theory only. You have to
Mm-hmm.
add those skills in you. It could be anything, leadership, it could be based on academic, in fact. So you
Okay.
get to expose yourself with ideas, yes, coming up with new apps to develop yourself into those other skills that will be needed in your workspace or in
Mm-hmm.
anything that you want to engage your in future. You never know. So when you have ideas that are being introduced to you, you love to explore it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different from, yes, you can have your extra classes scheduled during the weekend or along the holidays that you may have in
Oh,
school. Then you
Mm-hmm.
engage yourself, yes, with developing projects, developing yourself in diplomacy skills and the like myself. I love to be in diplomacy fields to explore more and then to be able to network and then communicate, to be able to develop myself, yes, in leadership skills. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an added value. It's different from the Gambia here. Though you will get exposed, but not like when you are outside. When it comes to the area of practical aspect, materials are available. When it comes to the area of electronics, like for example, if you want to develop yourself more into electronics, outside is way good than here. Myself, I find myself in the area of electrical, but electronics is something that I like most because there
Mm-hmm.
I can develop things with the help of my team and the like. So electronics background, with that electronics background, you need to get exposed to materials. You have to lay your hands on them, bring things into reality. And you have seen how the world is advancing with electronics. So myself, seeing myself in the international schools like this helped me a lot when it comes to the area of electronics, and through which I was able to also come up with idea like this project that you don't want me to talk about now. I will break
Right.
about it.
And yeah. And,
Yes,
have you ever felt underestimated or out of place in those spaces?
pardon me. This,
Have you ever felt underestimated as a woman in these engineering spaces?
you said,
Have you ever felt underestimated or out of place in those engineering spaces?
uh, I don't know why I'm having this break when it comes to when you are talking. I cannot get some of the words clearly. There's the problem I'm facing. I'm sorry about that. I cannot get some of these words clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Awa,
Yes.
you said?
Can you hear me?
I can't get it.
I said, can you hear me? Hello?
I'm not getting the word clearly. I don't know. It's breaking. I'm facing this. I don't know where is my speaker or what.
Are you still having problem hearing me? Is it okay
Hello.
now? Yes, hello.
You said how?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting some of your words, but it's breaking.
I'm not sure where the problem is anymore. It's
Hmm? Hello.
yeah, I can hear you very clearly.
Pardon
My
me.
question was, have you ever felt underestimated in these engineering spaces?
You said how do I ever feel like?
Have you ever felt underestimated in those engineering spaces?
Oh my goodness. Then I cannot get some of the words you are saying again. I'm sorry about this, but I'm not feeling it right.
If this continues
Hello.
to be a problem, maybe we will have to end the episode early, unfortunately, because I'm not sure what the problem is, and then if we cannot fix it, then it's no use, going on really, because it's going to be difficult anyway. um, viewers, that was Aisata Duganda talking to us about her story. She is an electrical and electronics engineer, a global STEM scholar. Unfortunately, we've been having a lot of trouble, connectivity trouble. I'm not okay. We can try once more, but
Yes,
hello,
you said how?
Aisata, can you hear me now?
I'm hearing some of the word, but it's breaking, so I couldn't get. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we might have to end the episode today early because we cannot. If you cannot hear me, then it's going to be difficult.
I guess this problem is from my end because I'm not getting some of your words. That is the thing.
It's okay. I totally understand, and it's fine. I really appreciate you being here. And then the problem is not really your fault as well. So thank you really for being here, and w- we
Mm.
appreciate the time you took to be here on the show today. Thank you, Isatu.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, viewers, for tuning in today. I know this has not been a pleasant experience today because we've been having a lot of connectivity issues, a lot of um um audio issues because my guest has not been hearing me. But hopefully, we are going to have her again next week. When hopefully she will not have these problems. So it would have been a very interesting discussion because I had a lot of she definitely has a lot of experience and a lot of exposure, and I would like for her to be here and walk us through her story, her very very inspiring story. But unfortunately, we're going to have to end this episode shortly. But join us again next weekend. Possibly we might have SAT again, or we're going to have somebody else um with another very inspiring story, inshallah. So thank you very, very much, and do have a pleasant evening.